This is ABC7 News at 6. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us tonight. Topping our news at this hour, we're learning more about how money from the half-cent sales tax in Manatee County will be spent.
Voters approved that tax back in November to help improve local roads and parks. ABC7's Bobeth Yates has the details on where the money will be going.
This stretch of Canal Street is among the many on the list to be improved with the half-cent sales tax. Officials say there's a long ditch alongside the road, and they hope to use that money to add railings to protect drivers.
I think that's a good idea. That way people don't get in trouble running over the ditches and stuff around here like they have been.
Palmetto resident Henry Washington is among the many celebrating the list of road improvement projects Manatee County hopes to tackle in the coming years. But the improvement to Canal Road is just the beginning.
Manatee County just passed a half-cent sales tax that will be allocated primarily to transportation. And they are building things and will be building things all over the place.
According to the county's website, the half-cent sales tax is being applied to all non-exempt purchases and will generate an estimated $30 million a year, $5 million of which will be distributed to the county's 6 municipalities to complete major road upgrades as well as fund public safety, law enforcement, parks, and preservation initiatives.
Many of those projects are maintenance projects taking care of the infrastructure that we already have.
There are about 190 projects in total, 61 of which deal with transportation concerns, among them Victory Road. The $8 million project will repave the popular roadway and add sidewalks, a bike lane, and lighting. Each pin dot on this map represents other projects, and residents say despite where they live in the county, they're excited about the improvements.
I think it's a great idea. We've been needing that for a long time.
Well, we were hoping that we would get part of that half-cent out here on our roads. So it was really a good idea to vote for it.
Manatee County officials say they have a full list of the almost 200 projects on their website. Bobeth Yates, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Bobeth. New tonight, a Palmetto woman allegedly involved in the murder of her mother is now facing more charges. Kayla Collier and her boyfriend Roy Nichols were arrested in West Virginia and transported back to the Suncoast last month after police say Nichols killed Collier's mother, Tricia Freeman. Prosecutors believe Collier tried to help cover up the crime. In court today, Collier was officially charged with accessory to murder, grand theft, and now tampering with evidence. According to Palmetto police, on March 18th, Freeman went missing. Concerned friends then alerted police. The couple was tracked down and Nichols confessed to the murder. Nichols' first appearance is scheduled for May 5th. Now to a follow-up on a school threat that led to increased security at Charlotte County School earlier this month. A 15-year-old student is now facing charges for allegedly making 2 threats at the Academy School in Port Charlotte. The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office says the threats were written on the wall of a boys' restroom. Kenneth Maston was arrested after investigation by school resource officers. He's been charged with making a false report concerning planting a bomb or weapon of mass destruction, which is a felony.
This week marks the 7th anniversary of what would become the largest offshore oil spill in U.S. history. Although the Suncoast wasn't directly affected by the Deepwater Oil Horizon spill, Suncoast disaster kept a countless number of visitors away from the state, which caused businesses here to lose revenue in the months following the spill. Marina Jack's Sam Chaver says the disaster slowed sales slightly on the restaurant side, but heavily on the operations side.
It was the most challenging thing we have seen that we could not control, an outside influence. It was detrimental to the environment and to the water resource out in the Gulf, but more harm by the economy and the perception that oil was all the way from the Panhandle to the Keys.
Scientists say they are still witnessing environmental impacts of the spill in Gulf waters 7 years later. Some Minnesota Key homeowners have been worried about beach erosion since last year's storm season. Not only have docks and sand been washed away, but even some homes have been damaged. Tomorrow, those homeowners may get some good news. Both Charlotte and Sarasota County will be meeting in Venice to discuss the issue and how it can be resolved. Some homeowners are asking for the beach to be renourished, but Sarasota County leaders aren't sure how much that could help.
We've been doing beach renourishment now more consistently. They don't seem to last as long. And the cost in the past 5 years has almost doubled.
The meeting will be tomorrow afternoon at the Robert L. Anderson Building in Venice.
And now for a check on our forecast, we're going to head over to Bob. And not a bad beach day, but maybe a little bit of rain for some areas.
Yeah, a little bit of rain, a lot of rain going on out in the Gulf of Mexico. And we also have some big storms. Speaking of storms and tropical weather, we have a 30% chance for the first tropical system to develop in the Atlantic right now. A 30% chance from the National Hurricane Center. If it were to develop, its name would be Arlene. That's right, out of season. The season officially starting June 1st, but looking rather healthy on the satellite imagery. You can see the forecast cones and cone of uncertainty, if you will, is all over the place, but generally off to the northeast and then toward the north. Some models taking it well to the east, while others taking it to the west. But there's a chance at 30% that this could become a subtropical cyclone, not a true tropical cyclone, but nonetheless, it is out there. So we'll keep an eye on it for you, but it's way out there in the Atlantic. We had a few showers around earlier in South Sarasota County. Now another one near State Road 70 and I-75, moving off toward the west, southwest right now. We'll have more in our forecast coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. You only have a few hours left to fill out your tax returns with the deadline to file midnight tonight.
ABC7's Rick Adams joins us now live in Sarasota with some advice for last-minute tax filers and what to do if you miss tonight's deadline. Rick?
Yeah, Haley and Scott, if you haven't gotten your taxes done yet, you're starting to run out of time, but there are places that can help. Liberty Tax here is open until 10 o'clock tonight. Millions of people nationwide have waited until the last minute, including right here on the Sun Coast. Folks did have a few extra days this year. Usually the tax deadline, as you probably know, is April 15th. This year it's April 18th. Another option is to file an extension, which gives you until October, but there are penalties with that.
What they need to know is that they could be fined if it's not done by today, and they also could come in and we can do extensions so they can have a couple more weeks to file them.
And just to accommodate folks today, there are many post offices that are open until midnight tonight. Reporting live from Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams. Haley, back to you.
Thank you, Rick. And just in time for tax day, Congressman Vern Buchanan is calling for reform of the federal tax code. According to the Congressional Budget Office, $700 billion in taxes was collected in the first quarter of the year. Buchanan says he wants to simplify the tax code and lower rates for all Americans. He says our tax code should lead to economic growth and job creation, not punish people for working hard. Buchanan says he is hopeful an overhaul of the tax code will be completed this year in a bipartisan manner.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, preventing another outbreak of the Zika virus, what researchers in the Florida Keys are doing now to keep mosquitoes from spreading that virus.
And they're not just a good source of shade, they can also impact crime rates. What Sarasota County is doing to raise awareness about the importance of trees in our community. Those stories right ahead.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
When you want to get away from it all, to a place where you can do everything, or nothing at all, surrounded by natural beauty and all the modern amenities you might desire, then you'll want to be here at the Wanna Be Inn on the beautiful shores of Manasota Key, Florida. To plan your escape, log on to wannabein.com.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small,
I mean really moves me.
One.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder, high performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
My yard, it's overgrown, it's out of control, it's a huge problem.
I showed Randy our entire line of outdoor power equipment. We have everything he needs.
Ace is the place that lets you clear land like a modern-day pioneer. Yeah!
Don't miss these April Red Hot Buys. 6 convenient Sarasota locations and now open in Bradenton, Northport, and soon Osprey.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
Infected mosquitoes have been released near Key West, testing a new way to kill the insects that carry Zika and other viruses.
Florida Keys Mosquito Control District releasing 20,000 male mosquitoes infected with naturally occurring Wolbachia bacteria. The offspring produced when the lab-bred mosquitoes mate with wild female mosquitoes do not survive to adulthood. Male mosquitoes do not bite, and the bacteria is not harmful to humans. The infected mosquitoes were flown in cardboard tubes to Key West this morning.
The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service is deciding not to put Florida black bears on the endangered species list. Officials say a petition to put the bears on the list did not present substantial information to warrant the change. The black bears were taken off the endangered species list in 2012 following a surge in population growth. There are more than 4,000 adult black bears in the state today, more than any other time in the last 100 years. Officials expect the population to continue to grow.
Bob Harrigan's been tracking a few showers in the area.
Yeah,
this
finally.
afternoon. We'll check on that right after this.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce?
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by one on any or all numbers and still win.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Nobody beats Subaru in service, quality, vehicle quality, and overall quality. And ALG named Subaru the 2017 top brand for residual value. Now lease the most fuel-efficient vehicle in its class, a new Subaru Outback for just $229 a month. Or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
So many times we underestimate the human spirit's drive to recover. We often see people surpass what any of us might have expected initially. The Rehabilitation Pavilion at Sarasota Memorial is the top of the line. It allows us to really bring the patient's recovery to the next level.
All right, great day on the Suncoast, and even some people got some much-needed rain, although not a lot, but a little bit.
I mean, it came down pretty heavy in some places like Tara and I-75 right there, State Road 70. We had some showers down in Inglewood and Northport as well, but most of that activity is now moving on, and we're not expecting a lot more. We are expecting this system maybe to become a tropical storm, or subtropical storm we'd call it, because it really hasn't developed in the tropics, and it has a chance at 30%. Looks rather healthy on the satellite imagery, some good rotation, circulation, a lot of convection developing near the center. If it were to develop, its name would be Subtropical Storm Arlene. That's right, we had a storm form out of season last year too, so this could be a trend. You see that frontal boundary though moving across the central Atlantic there is going to cause it to move off to the north. No problem to land, but just to let you know that we're getting close, ever so close to the start. It goes fast, doesn't it, to the tropical season for 2017. Van Wezel webcam showing a lot of clouds around today, a little bit more than we've seen, and that's a result of a little line of low pressure that got a little closer to us. Now that trough is starting to exit off into the Gulf of Mexico right now, so we won't see this tomorrow. We'll see a little bit more sunshine. Another cold front is due to arrive on Sunday. We're not going to see many of those as we head into June, and then a chance for rain on Sunday and Monday. So again, we get a few fronts in May, but June is when we don't see any more cold fronts come down this way, and maybe this one will cool us down just a few degrees, get us back to more normal as far as temperatures go. Well, satellite and radar imagery does show the cloudiness and a few showers for southwest Florida. It was great weather for the launch today, the rocket along the east coast, but all in all, things have been a little cloudy today, and we have some high clouds moving off from the west to the east, but generally the trough of low pressure is moving in a westerly direction right now. A few showers have been popping up here and there. We had some rain near Port Charlotte, Northport, and near Inglewood. Not everyone in those areas got rainfall, but there were a few showers, brief at times, and moderate rainfall at times. You can see that kind of showing up there quickly along US 41. Another one near Tara and I-75. Notice, though, that it's kind of fading away, too. Some brief showers still possible near US 301 and 41 into South Manatee County. Also another one right there popping up in northeast Sarasota County. So we're looking for just anything we can help at all around the area. Good news is that these storms are not producing lightning. The tops of these are only about 20,000 feet. You need to go a little bit higher than that to get lightning to generate with these cells. Again, system 30% chance of developing out there in the Atlantic. Not a problem. 81 degrees right now, 66 on the dew point, and winds are out of the west at 12. The barometer 30.07, still rather high. It's been kind of holding steady over the past 24 hours, and the high today was 85. Our normal at 81, 67 the morning low. And this is the same old story. Rainfall deficit now over 7 inches, and that continues to rise. The forecast for Wednesday. We'll start off into the mid-60s for lows tomorrow with sunshine around to start the day off, and then we'll warm up. A few more clouds will be on the increase in the afternoon, but not like we saw today. That trough should be out of the way as far as that goes. The winds will switch around to an easterly direction. We're getting them out of the west right now. That easterly flow will come with us, and then a switch around 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll get more of a north to northwesterly wind, and that will keep things a bit cooler right near the coast. Inland areas could still see highs in the mid to upper 80s there. The RPM Futurecast showing that trough moving off to the west, and for us, high pressure builds in at the surface and the upper levels of the atmosphere. That means a lot of sunshine, a lot more tomorrow than we saw today, and then again on Thursday, same story. There's a chance for 1 or 2 lone showers on Thursday afternoon. And then a better chance comes over the weekend as a little system develops along a frontal system. It gets hung up over North Florida. A low pressure area developing over our area will eventually bring us, as I said, a chance for showers on Sunday, Sunday night, and Monday. For boaters, tomorrow looks good. A light chop out there on the bays and inland waters. East winds turn to the northwest at 10 knots. A low tide upcoming 2:16, then a high at 9:52. Sunset at 7:56. Sunrise 7:01. Mostly cloudy. A few showers this evening and then clearing after midnight. Low temperatures a little bit above average. Tomorrow, look for the sun in the morning, a few clouds in the afternoon. 84 your high and warmer inland. East winds turn to the west at 5 to 10, a little northwest wind there. The extended forecast, look at that, 87 on Friday and Saturday. And then that front gets hung up over North Florida. A little low develops, brings us some clouds, a chance for showers, and then cooler. And cooler, I'm meaning 80-degree temperature for a high on Monday and that close near Tuesday as well. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. Sarasota County is inviting you in a celebration of our coastal trees. The county plans to celebrate Arbor Day on Saturday, April 29th at Lemon Bay Park in Inglewood. Trees and mangroves provide a long list of benefits such as oxygen and shade. They help with stormwater management, prevent erosion, and reduce stress levels, among many other things.
They lower heating and cooling costs because they moderate temperatures, and they've also been proven to decrease crime and improve property values.
At the Arbor Day celebration at Lemon Bay Park, you can talk to local and international experts about trees. There will also be a kayak tour, a panel discussion, and a special presentation. Again, the event is on Saturday, April 29th.
Hi, I'm Linda Carson. Coming up, we'll take you to the Sarasota County Libraries and introduce you to the amazing woman who's the director.
Tonight, showdown with North Korea. The White House warns
all options are on the table
as tensions and threats escalate. What's President Trump's next move? ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast.
When caring for my wife alone became too much for me, I called my long-term care insurance company to get help from granny nannies. Now the most wonderful nurses help me with her care.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
It's the season of savings right now during the spring clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or stop by today and drive away in a 2017 Jeep Cherokee for just $18,999. And for a limited time, get America's best value, a new Dodge Journey for as little as $16,599. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Mom needed more care than we could provide, so we called Granny Nannies. She now has around-the-clock caregivers, and we have peace of mind. Thanks to them, she's where she belongs, at home.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
When people started reading books online, many said libraries would soon be a thing of the past.
But today, our libraries are busier than ever, embracing technology, providing lifelong learning, and social activities. ABC7's Linda Carson introduces us to the amazing woman in charge.
The Sarasota County Libraries are one thing that makes life on the Suncoast so good. There are 10 libraries in Sarasota County, visited by some 10,000 people a day. Sarah Beth Kalajian is the director of the Sarasota County Libraries. She actually started her career as a TV journalist.
I worked for a few years after graduating from college at WCIA, a news organization in Champaign, and I loved it. I loved covering stories, I loved writing, I loved producing.
She's from the small Illinois town of St. Francisville. She graduated from the University of Illinois with a journalism degree, and while working in TV, she took a second job.
Well, I took a gig at a school, at a college, where I was teaching news writing, and also I was the only paid employee for the radio and television station. All the rest were students. And during that time, I could, as a faculty member, take classes for free.
So she got her master's degree, became a reading specialist, headed for the Florida sunshine. She'd visited Sarasota with her family, so she came here.
Got a job at the University of South Florida as an adjunct professor there. And then I started to explore the public libraries.
She began working in the Sarasota County Library System in the late 1980s.
And I started out in youth services, children's services, and then I went to the Fruitville Library when we were building that library as the manager, and then started to help with system-wide things.
She met her husband while working in the library.
He was on a city council committee, and they had some activities that they wanted to promote to kids and young people. And when he found out that I worked there, he said, I'll take that project, and he wanted to meet me. So we met at the library.
She worked on the rebuilding project for the Gulfgate Library, and it was recently named the most beautiful library in the state. And her life lesson?
Every single experience, when linked together, has helped me in the next experience.
And as technology continues to advance, this amazing Suncoast woman sees the library becoming more and more the hub of the community. Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Linda. And I am old school. I still go to that library and I check out books, actual books. So some people still do it.
So does my mom do. Yeah, my mom does it as well. I used to do it all the time when Selby used to be right there down on the bayfront there. Remember that? That's right. Selby, a library actually was called. So we moved downtown.
And it was Gee Whiz, and now it's empty.
It's now it's
World News Tonight with David Muir is next.
We'll see you at 7.